Welcome back to another episode of Marcel, Hyde, Mindset. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. And if you're finding any type of value from these videos that I produce on a weekly basis, make sure that you're sharing this content to a friend, a family member, a niece, a nephew, a cousin, just someone that needs to hear this inspiration, this motivation, this personal development, this self-help. Just share this video with them and to them, all right? Maybe the messages that I produce aren't for you, but you know someone that needs to hear this message. Maybe you were preaching this message to somebody and then you hear me say it, and then all you need to do now is take this message and give it to the person that you were saying the same thing that I was saying. Because sometimes when you're close to someone and you tell them something, sometimes what happens is they don't really listen to you. But if they hear it from someone else and you're saying it, then they may listen, they may make that change. But when you're so close to someone, or you're on the same level, or it could even be your friend, sometimes they tell you things, or someone that's close to you, they tell you things, and you just don't make that change. Not until someone outside, maybe it's a coworker or just like a random person comes up to you and says, hey, I see this about you, and make this change. And your family member's been saying the same thing for so long, but you haven't made that change. But then somebody else says it to you that's not that emotionally attached to you. Then finally you're like, oh, maybe I need to make that change. So if I say something that you've said to someone and they just didn't listen to you or didn't resonate with them, send them my video, all right? We're a community of people that just want to help each other. We're a community of people that want to see each other grow, get better, evolve, and just get to the highest level that we could get to. Everybody that watches my channel, everybody that's tuned in, I wish them nothing but the best. I hope they succeed in everything they do, all aspects and avenues and areas in their life, all right? That's what I'm all about. I'm not about holding anyone back. I'm not about seeing people not reach their highest potential. I'm not about seeing someone have so much potential, do nothing with it. I'm about people seeing what they've been blessed with, because we've all been blessed with a gift, right? So that gift that you've been blessed with and given, I want to see you make something of it and of yourself, okay? I want to preface that with saying your gift and what you're going to go after isn't going to be easy all the time, right? A lot of people just think this path that you walk, the path that you go on is just supposed to be easy. No, but you're going to get poked. You're going to get pushed. You're going to get bumped, all right? But the thing is, you just have to continue to move forward, all right? So I want you guys to continue to move forward. Watch my videos, grab my ebook, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to do my best to produce the best content for people out there that just want to grow and evolve. And maybe you're lacking hope in your life, maybe you're lacking faith, and hopefully you can come across these videos and be like, you know what, I'm not going to give up on this goal that I have. I'm not going to give up on whatever goal it is that I have, because you know what, Marcel Mindset's motivated me. Marcel Mindset's pushed me to realize this is part of the process. It's feeling hard right now, it's feeling tough. There's so much uncertainty, but guess what? That's all part of the process. To get to where you want to go is not going to be easy. Look at the top people in the world in terms of like success. And like success obviously is subjective, right? But if you look at the top people in the world who or maybe they're a movie star or an athlete, or, even a doctor or the top lawyer, what do you think they've gone through to get to the position that they're in? Do you think that they just woke up and were in that position? Or do you think they had to go through a lot of trials, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, maybe a lot of failures, maybe a lot of rejections, maybe a lot of job loss, maybe just not knowing anything, and then doing whatever it took to get to know everything they needed to know to get to where they are today, all right? So that's what it essentially comes down to. And I hope you guys are taking each and every day to just get better. If it's even an inch, right? You're just getting better gradually each and every day, all right? Just getting a little bit better and better and better, okay? If you could do that, eventually you'll wake up in a better position, okay? We can't measure how quick, or we can't say how quick you're going to get your success. I don't know when this YouTube channel is going to take off. It might take 3 years, it might take 4 years, it might take 10 years, but if you're committed to something, you will see those results eventually. And as long as you're doing the right things, because I could be committed to going to the gym, but I'm not eating the right foods, so I'm not going to see results. So I could be committed to YouTube, but I'm not doing what it takes to stay consistent. I'm not doing what it takes to produce better videos. I'm not doing what it takes to learn the YouTube lingo, or learn the YouTube algorithm, or learn what it takes to grow a YouTube channel. I could do all the work, but I'm not doing the other stuff, then I'm not going to see the results. So you could go on a journey, and you can also set some goals, but you also need to be doing the right things to achieve those goals too. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm doing everything. Well, if you were doing everything, you'd be at a higher level. If you were doing everything, you'd be the #1 YouTuber, or you'd be a big time YouTuber. So you're not doing everything. There's something you're not doing. So figure out what you're not doing. The things you are doing, figure out a way to do a little bit better. But the things that you aren't doing that aren't helping you, figure out a way to do those things, right? Figure out a way to the things you're not doing, to figure out a way to figure out what those things you need to do. Okay, there's a little tongue twister there. All right, I shoot videos for 3 years and I still got tongue twisters, so it's part of the game. All right, but you just bounce back. But I do want to say nobody's coming to save you. All right, and that was my main message for today, because I came on this tape and I was going on a little rant. This is what is inside of me, so I always push it out to you guys. But I want to say no one is coming to save you. All right, your parents gave you a foundation. Well, I hope they did. Or your grandparents gave you a foundation. Whoever it was gave you some type of foundation, right? After that, once you reach, I would even say 18, the latest, it's for you to figure out. They gave you that foundation. They can't hold your hand in that classroom. They can't hold your hand to set up that business. They can't hold your hand to shoot that YouTube video. No one's going to. All right, essentially everyone has their own life. Your parents have their own life. Your grandparents have their own life. Your siblings have their own life. Everybody has their own life. So you can't be at home being like, oh, my parents aren't doing this for me, or oh, my sibling isn't doing this for me. No, you got to figure it out for yourself. There's no one that's going to figure it out for you. They can give you tips and they can tell you what worked for them. And even when people tell you what worked for them, it may not even work for you. It's just like, oh, I went into real estate and I'm super successful. But if you told that to somebody else, they may not even make a sale. So it's just like, you got to find what it is for you. No one's coming to save you to figure that out for you. You got to figure that out for yourself. You got to know for yourself. You got to and if you don't know, you got to do some deep inner work. You got to do some deep diving. You got to ask questions to people like, hey, what am I good at? Go to someone, be like, hey, what am I good at? What do you know me for? Why do you like me as a friend? What are some things you see in me? And they could be like, oh, you're super passionate about cars. Okay, and that shows you maybe you should start looking to maybe being a mechanic, or you're super passionate about cars, maybe creating a car channel, maybe doing a review channel, or oh, I'm super passionate about cars, maybe. Or a family member says, you love hair, you're always obsessed with like hair texture and like hair products. Maybe you got to open an online store. So no one's coming to save you. You got to figure that out for yourself. Stop pointing the blame on other people. You'll go your whole life blaming people. If you go your whole life blaming people, you'll get nowhere. Okay, you won't get anywhere. But if you say, you know what, no one's coming to save me, I'm gonna figure out a way to figure this out, you will eventually get to another place in your life. Okay, you will grow, you will evolve, you will get opportunities. But like, if you just sit back and be a person that's like, save me, then at the end of the day, it's gonna get left behind. You're just gonna be in the same position. And even God, Jesus, whatever you want to believe in, will save you as long as you are doing the work. You got to do the work too. You can't just not do anything, or just can't do bad or wrong and then expect God to save you. Like, the only time God is going to save you is like when you're actually doing the work. You're going hard, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the energy, you're putting in the effort, you're trying to figure out this, you're trying to figure out that. Then God will save you. Be like, you know what? I see you giving 150%. Well, here's your reward. All right. If it's God, the universe, it will reciprocate that to you. So do something, figure out something. But remember, no one's coming to save you. I'm not coming to save you. These videos essentially are just 10 minutes long. It can give you a little burst, of inspiration and motivation, but I can't essentially figure out your life for you. You got to figure that out. I can give you a little bit of a tip, a little bit of a tool, but at the end of the day, you are the person that's going to have to actually go out there and do the work. I won't be doing any type of work for you. You got to do the work for yourself. So stop relying on other people. Stop saying and blaming other people. Get to work. Figure it out. And while you're figuring it out, enjoy that process. If it gets hard, it's supposed to be hard. Not everything's going to be easy. It's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be squiggly. But enjoy that squiggly line, because eventually you figure it out. All right, we all will figure it out as long as we're willing to. We're putting in the effort, putting in the work. Okay, so remember, guys, it's a new year. Stop blaming people. Stop with that. Don't go into 2025 blaming people. You had that mentality in 2024. We're not accepting that mentality in 2025. We're not blaming anybody in 2025 but ourselves. Even if it is my fault, I'm not blaming anybody. I don't care. I'm not blaming anybody. All right, it's me. It comes down to me. All right, look in that mirror, be real with yourself, and that's the only way you're gonna get to that next level. All right, it's all because of me. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember, your mindset is everything. Marcel Hyde mindset.